Hi, welcome to the Art of Catholic Homemaking podcast. I'm Becca, and today I'm going to be talking about my New Year's resolutions. I'm super ready to start the new year because, to be honest, 2022 was full of so many exciting things that happened for our family. First, in April, our daughter Arwen was born, and then we celebrated our 1-year wedding anniversary in July. And July was a super busy month. We also took a road trip to Alabama, and I started the Art of Catholic Homemaking all in the same month. So, and then the month after that, late August, I found that I was pregnant again. And then last month in December, we moved from our first home together into a bigger one. So, after all that, I'm pretty exhausted, to say the least. And I can gladly say motherhood has gotten easier for me as she's gotten a little bit older. But being pregnant again has taken a lot of energy and motivation from me. So, I'm ready to start this new year with some new goals and refreshed. Honestly, I'm just ready to start over. So, today I'm going to share with you my New Year's resolutions that will help me stay focused. So, for the past couple of years, I've been doing the Goodreads challenge, where you give yourself like a number of books that you want to read throughout the year. Last year, I think I put 50, which is absolutely insane. I think I got up to 30 though. But honestly, all of those books that I was reading were trash. Like, they weren't good quality material that I should have been reading. So this year, I'm going to focus on one book, and my goal is to finish The Imitation of Christ, which David was he was the mastermind of this plan. He's the one that started it all. Because he got this little, I don't know if you can see it, this book set, My Confraternity Library. And it's got all these little, condensed versions of these books. And so this year I'm going to focus on The Imitation of Christ. I've always wanted to read this book, and it's one of the very few books that St. Therese meditated on throughout her life. So that's why I've always wanted to read it. And it's just an amazing book that you learn so much from. I started yesterday, and I'm already on chapter 10, and I'm so glad I chose this book. It's got so much good stuff in it. And David first inspired me to do this because he suggested that this year I read while I nurse Arwen instead of just scrolling on my phone, which was a good idea in itself. But I wanted to push it farther and just give myself the goal to finish The Imitation of Christ this year. At least if I finish that book, then I'll be super proud of myself. So yeah, since I've been able to, I nurse her about, at least 3 times a day right now. So that's about, 30 minutes to an hour a day that I can dedicate to reading. So that's super cool. And I'm really inspired, and I can't wait to accomplish this goal because I feel like I really will be able to accomplish it. So my second resolution for this year is to be more like our Blessed Mother. I've always made a point to have our Blessed Mother as a role model for myself, and with St. Therese as well, but especially now that I am a mother and I can kind of relate to her more. Last year I was able to relate with her as well because I was pregnant during Christmas time. Just, imagining that Arwen is baby Jesus and I'm trying to be more like Mary. So it's helped me a lot. And I already started doing it in Advent, so I'm pretty sure I can just keep on doing it and make it a habit. So that'll be very helpful. And it's been pretty easy for me to remind myself in a situation where I'm stressed or I'm stuck and I don't know what to do. I think, what would Mary do? And it's helped me a lot so far. And of course, I'm still going to be dressing modestly in my skirts and dresses, but focusing more on the attitude of Mary. And also, I suppose, wanting to keep up my appearance because I really let that slide Well, obviously I'm a first time mom, so like there was no way I was gonna be able to keep, even at home, I get kind of lazy about what I'm wearing, or in pajamas all day and things like that. So basically, I'm going to make more of an effort to make myself look nicer and my home look nicer, because I think Mary would keep herself and her home beautiful as much as possible, even with baby Jesus crawling around everywhere and getting into trouble. Because I also found this image of Mary as Our Lady of the Home, and it was such a beautiful image. I am going to print it and put it on my vision board. So that'll be super exciting. I've never had a vision board before, so I'm really excited to do that this year. But anyway, yeah, Mary as Our Lady of the Home, and I think she's lighting an oil lamp, and you can see Joseph doing his carpentry in the background, and baby Jesus is crawling on the floor. And it's just a beautiful image to meditate upon, especially like me as a mother and also as a homemaker. So that's super nice, because I'm sure Mary was super diligent in keeping her house tidy and clean, but also making time for Jesus, and being sweet to him, and not letting the stresses of housework overwhelm her so much that she was like, mean or whatever to baby Jesus, which I'm sure she would never think that, because she's literally looking at the face of God. But sometimes I find myself really frustrated or just upset that I have to take care of Arwen, because I want to have a clean house, but it's all about finding that balance, and so that's what I'm going to work on this year. The next resolution is a super big one for me, because while I crave schedules and routines, I can never stick with them for more than, I'd say, a couple of weeks. I've never been able to do it more than that. So this year my resolution is to be more organized, and to be more organized I'm going to plan ahead and like plan everything. That includes planning my chores, what days I'm going to do them, when I'm going to do them, and also meal planning is going to be super important for me this year, because I mean you spend less when you meal plan, so at least that's what I found that works for us. And with the cleaning in our old house, there was always clothes like everywhere. I was so overwhelmed with the laundry, because I give myself so many excuses, because we don't have a washer, and we need double everything, or I don't have enough space, or whatever. So now that we're in a bigger home and I have a washer and dryer at my disposal to use every day if I need to, which I won't, but I mean if I needed to, I could use it. So I mean, there's no excuse for me now. So I just have to get more organized, and I'll be able to accomplish all that I need to do. My fourth resolution is to eat healthier, which, I mean, that's pretty much everyone's resolution, I feel like. In the new year, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym every day, and I'm gonna eat better, whatever. But it's not just eating healthier in a sense. It's more like increasing my nutrition intake, because, I mean, eating healthier, everyone feels better after that. But especially my personal experience, because I am still nursing Arwen, and I plan on doing that until she's at least a year old, and I'm pregnant, growing a new baby, and I'm still living, breathing, burning calories, cleaning and stuff. So yeah, I really need a lot of nutrients, and I'm missing that. So so the meal planning will help with that as well, so I'm not scrambling, what do I make, and I just make a peanut butter and jelly and that's all I eat. But yeah, I'm also gonna try and meal prep a little bit if I can do that, and make some healthier snacks that Arwen and I can eat, because now she can eat and it's so much easier now. So I'm not completely giving up everything, I'm still gonna make homemade cookies or cake or whatever, but I won't buy it and it won't be as processed. So yeah, it's focusing more on the nutrition than on the quote unquote healthy. Like, I'm not going on a diet. I just need to eat more things that are better for me. And my 5th resolution is to drink water every day, because I don't know why. I really don't know why. It's so hard for me to drink water. And at one point during my pregnancy last year, I still have that water bottle that's like 50 or 60 ounces that fits in there. And one day I just drank a whole one and I felt really sick. So I don't think I'll be putting like a number of ounces. As long as I'm drinking water throughout the day, even if it's like, I mean, I don't have to like mark, oh, I drank this many ounces or whatever, but as long as I'm drinking water, then that's better than nothing. Plus, also, I don't know if you guys knew this, but milk hydrates you just as well, or maybe even better than water. And I do drink a lot of milk, so I know that grosses some people out, and it hydrates me, so I know at least I'm somewhat hydrated. I'm not hydrated on water, but I'm still hydrated. But I know like my body needs water, so I'm gonna do that. And so my 6th and final resolution is to post a video podcast every week. And this is gonna be probably the hardest one for me to be consistent with, only because, it's not part of my vocation and it's not very important, but it's a hobby that I want to try and pursue / make a constant thing for myself. But I think by planning ahead and being organized, it should help me a lot to be able to accomplish this goal. So I planned out a bunch of topics that I'm going to speak about, and I'm super excited, but I know it's going to be a huge challenge for me. But I've honestly always wanted to do YouTube. I don't know why. I guess just, especially after I got married and I looked for young married Catholic couples, and there were not too many, like there are a few influencers on Instagram, but yeah, not really YouTubers. And if they were young, they weren't as young as me, so I was like, man, like, I mean, they're millennials, but I didn't really like, I don't know, it's just hard when you're a different generation, because I'm in between millennial and Gen Z, because that joke that everyone has, like, if you're born after 1996 and before 2005, you're a member of the Black Eyed Peas. That's me. I'm in the middle, because I'm not completely Gen Z and I'm not a millennial, so it's a weird little pocket that I'm in. But anyway, so after looking for YouTubers like me and found pretty much no one, I guess I thought to myself, like, oh, I guess I have to be that person. I don't know. I guess I have to be that person out there. So with the help of my brother-in-law Saul at Koji, I'll be able to have a wider, bigger audience, reach more people. So the Art of Catholic Homemaking will be a show on this channel. Like, I have my own channel that I'm posting, but it will technically be like not a sibling channel or a child channel. I don't know, it's confusing. But basically, his is the main channel, and I just post on a different day so that he has more things that he's posting. So those are all 6 of my resolutions for this year. And as I said before, I'm going to be making a vision board. I'll try to do that this week so I can post a picture or show you guys what it looks like. But basically, it's going to be a bunch of images of Our Lady and some homemaking quotes and some pretty pictures of like flowers. I don't know. But at the center is going to be my motto for the year, because everyone picks like a word for the year, right? But for me, I liked picking a quote from Saint Therese, because obviously it's my patron saint, so I have to pick a quote from her. The one that stood out to me the most was this quote. It says, "My whole strength lies in prayer and sacrifice. These are my invincible arms." And so, I mean, it's a good reminder for myself that as a mother, I pray and sacrifice every day. So I might as well draw my strength from that. Like praying to God and making sacrifices will give me the strength that I need to keep going. So with that, that's the end of the podcast. And I pray and hope that 2023 has many amazing blessings and joys for you and for me. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye! See, why can't I do it like that all the time? That was so short and easy. She's crying.